Check this out. This is the power of going straight to God first instead of trying to find God in here first. So imagine that there's this big ocean or this big pool, and your father walks outside and says, "You're going to swim. You're naturally designed to swim. You know how to swim within you, but I'm going to teach you first. I'm going to put these floaty devices on you, and we're going to learn to swim." And you're like, "No, if I know how to swim, I'm going to go out and swim." And so your father's like, "Okay." So you go out and you try to swim and you almost drowned and you die almost. You come back, you're exhausted. Your dad's like, "Would you like to put the floaties on?" You're like, "No, I don't need help. I'm going to go." Okay. You do it again and again and again, efforting. And sometimes you just forget, you get distracted. The world calls you, your friends, you go play, you do all kinds of stuff and you forget about the ocean. You know the ocean's there. You know that you can swim, but the world takes you. You're not focused and determined because it's so much harder to do it alone. So you decide, well, I'll come back to it at some other time. I know it's always there. Meanwhile, your father's standing there with these floaty devices just waiting for you to turn to him and say, "I think I'm ready to learn." It's the same thing with God. It's the same thing with Jesus. I didn't realize this my entire life. My entire life, I thought, well, I am the ocean out there. I know what it's like. No, I don't. I've never swam. I know there's an ocean and I know that I can swim, but I've never swam. And I definitely don't want to go and ask for advice because that's weak and disempowering. And the moment I asked for assistance, the moment I said, "You know what, Jesus, show me God. I'm ready. Help me. I'm going to lean into you." And Jesus handed me these little weird things to put on my arms, and he showed me how to do this. He reflected God back to me. He said, "Here's who you are. Here's how you do it. Here's what you need to let go of. Here's what you need to surrender to." I began to swim. I began to be who I have always been. I started to feel God within me. I started to feel God as me, an aspect of me, slowly. And then I realized my whole life I was just looking at the ocean. I never jumped in. I never learned to swim. Learning to swim means that you are experiencing God in you, which is very different than knowing God's inside of you, trying to find God inside of you, trying to sit quietly to find God inside of you. When you ask for help, when you lean into God, when you ask Jesus for help, everything changes. Everything.